Good morning. Yesterday was day 47 of my AT through hike. Let me give you a little recap. So I left Parisburg early, like 7:15. Took me like 15 minutes to walk back up to the road crossing where I'd gotten off trail. And, the first part of the trail's easy. Got a little road walk around some industrial stuff, over a bridge. Then you do a little climbing. But once you get up there, it was a ridge walk for, like 15 miles. I mean, little ups and downs, lots of rocks and shit. Kind of felt like, football training camp, like place your feet. It was a little tough on the bottoms of my feet that have been aching, but otherwise it was an easy 20.6 miles to Pine Swamp Branch Shelter, something like that. And I got a little tent site there. At first I was aiming for the shelter because I thought there were thunderstorms that were going to come in overnight. But the last forecast I was able to pull up on the ridge, a bonus of being on the ridge, having cell service, said, I didn't really have to worry about it. It was like 15% chance or something. So I set up a tent site. In other news, of course, wouldn't you know it, because I took a 0, it put me back in the vicinity of the dickheads. Yay me. So I saw them like within the first couple of miles, minus one dickhead because he had to get off trail to go like renew his work visa because, we need that fucking asshole in America. Anyway. So his other two friends, and they picked up another gang member or whatever along the way. And I knew they were going to be at this shelter because they're very predictable, because they're shelter dwellers. One of them doesn't tent. I don't even know if he carries a tent, but he has told me he does not tent. So they're very predictable where they're going to be. I knew they weren't going to do more than 20 miles out of town with a full-ass food bag. Anyway, so I was glad to have a tent site, glad to have my own space, glad to just chill alone and not have to interact with them. Sorry if this all sounds petty, but when you're out here, there's a lot of shit that affects your mood, and I just don't need that. I don't need that shit. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day. Happy trails.